Hey guys, welcome to yet another episode of Slow Podcasts, focusing on that which takes time to grow. My name is Kevin, and
Esther
together
here.
with me is my wife, Esther. You have to let me introduce you. It's my wife, Esther.
I thought I'd take the responsibility to introduce myself today.
So we are shooting one episode today, and I know it annoys the hell out of my wife because she doesn't know the topic, and I refuse to tell her the topic. But of course, I have a topic,
Okay.
and I would like to talk about. There's a drilling. Is it affecting? Okay. Let's talk about friendship and how we always speak to each other before we go to bed. You wanted to talk about midnight mussings or musings.
Yeah, just last night.
Just
but
last
I deleted
night.
it
Why?
because I thought it was really personal.
Was it personal?
Now that you want to talk about it, let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it, right? I think one of the things, if you have just followed our podcast or you don't really know about us, we spent 5-6 years on a long distance relationship back in the day when there was no WhatsApp,
Yeah, no
FaceTime,
data.
no data, and my dear wife, my girlfriend, then have to spend a lot of money buying phone cards to just talk, and it was tough in those days. But over the years, we are beginning to reap the joy, the fruit, benefited
of that labor.
of that labor, right? And so we have a lot of things that we enjoy talking to each other about us after the kids are asleep. And so, and I want us to know that in a marriage, in a relationship, the friendship of enjoying each other's company is not celebrated enough. And that becomes a problem many years down the road. Right? We cannot be husband and wife and just trying to deal with projects like saving money for their education, like which school to go to, and what do we do with this, what do we do with that? Because we are human being, we're not human doing. I know it's very cliche to say that, but there must be something that we just enjoy. We even when I travel these days.
So when you travel, because you're not there physically, right? So we probably only get to talk on the phone when you're free or when I'm free. I realized this the last round you were away, I end up doing more work, productive work. So I realized when you're around,
Oh no!
I have to intentionally choose to just put work off and just be there.
Wow.
Right, and it's something I have to learn along the way because
So it's better off I'm not around?
I didn't say that. I said I realized
It's more productive when I'm not around.
Productive.
Okay.
But when you're around, I would sacrifice my work for you.
Wow.
You heard it differently.
It's not a sacrifice. No. I didn't hear you differently, but to a lot of people, I think it will be taken very differently. What do you mean by I sacrifice my work? Now, if this,
If
if
you want
this
to pick a fight,
marriage is not
healthy
in its a healthy state, if I come home and say, do you know how much I have to sacrifice to come home to be with you? What? Explode.
Okay.
Correct, right?
Yeah. So by hearing me say I would sacrifice my work just to be with you, I just want to let you know that hey, you're important. I
hear that. I hear that. I definitely hear that. Yeah.
But I think for someone who maybe is not emotionally healthy and holding grudges, our previous episode on resentment or whatever it is, you would hear it as, hey, it's like you should appreciate me for doing that.
Yeah, I love this because, right, then you will realize that it is the depth, the condition of the marriage. The deeper it is, the stronger it is, the easier it is for it to take more load. Oh, I like it. Right?
And just last night, we decided to, you know what, let's pick a show and watch together. And then you said, but babe, last night I picked a show. We're supposed to watch together. but I end up watching it alone, which is true because
You were doing your work.
I was doing my work because I
So you
just
did not
couldn't-
sacrifice?
Yeah.
Excuse me? Don't say that.
No, I minimize.
No. You didn't even know.
Yeah, I
What,
was.
what language
it
was that
just
movie?
bad.
What language was the movie?
Korean.
Korean?
Korean.
Okay. What's the
But
name of the movie?
I have no idea. I was
Exactly,
there.
what was it about?
So I was physically there, but mentally, emotionally, totally not there because I was in my work. But you were just there beside me. And the next day, we tried watching the movie again. That's where you brought it up.
Yeah.
And I said, and I said, hey, like, what are you trying to get at? Are you upset or are you annoyed?
No.
Why did you bring that up?
Because I realized bringing up things that people do wrong is a good way to get attention. I knew this will happen. That the phone
Someone
will ring.
is,
Hey guys, you know what? Shooting podcast at home means interruption, so it's okay.
yeah, let's continue and finish it off.
So I actually never realized this. I never use it, but I guess it's also the
because if you bring up-
wait,
yeah.
let me finish.
Okay, go.
It is also the confidence and the security of our marriage. I'm not using that to manipulate you, but I was just teasing you, and I thought I was fun. Like because I if I know that kind of like get to you, I'll keep doing it.
And it works because it gets me triggered, feeling like, oh, are you upset? Like, why did you bring it up? Is this something I need to fix? But it is not. It's just your way that you found would get my attention. But to a lot of people,
But wait. Let's talk about that, right?
Like-
So is this something to fix? No. Do I have to do something else? Maybe. But the point was, so the next night when we chose, and I chose another movie,
Yep.
after I did all that, you're like, okay, babe, I love you, but I'm going to sleep now. So what's the point? No, my point is, I guess,
Oh, and then I know what. And then I said, I have to sleep now because every morning I am the one that wakes up at 6 a.m.
oh,
to
so
get
you,
our
you,
son
you
ready.
did it back on me.
Yeah, I said, it's me so that I allow you to sleep in. So I would like to sleep early tonight because tomorrow morning I'm the one waking up
No, but the
for
thing,
our son.
the thing was, you initiated that we choose a movie,
Yeah,
not
I did.
me.
I did.
Not me.
But every time, 10 minutes into the movie,
Either you're snoring.
I just lose it.
Yeah. So last night I was tired. I think I went for it for like maybe 20 minutes. I just thought it's not worth doing. I'm sleeping too. And okay, having said all that, it is really, I think issues are issues, right? But issues will not be that big a deal if the marriage is healthy.
And
But a small issues will be a big deal
yeah.
if you have not built the depth in that marriage, the friendship, the time spent together, the understanding each other.
And I
Why do
think
we do what we do?
People don't really know how to build friendship in a marriage. They sometimes overdo it, overplan it. Like, so people would tell me like they try to plan date nights, right? But they end up having nothing to talk about. Or they try to, schedule time, have family meeting or check-in conversations when they ask their partner. So what is something that you really appreciate about, where we are at, and the partner just go blank, have nothing to say. So sometimes these kind of things become very forceful, although social media tells us, how do you build deep conversations? They give you a list of conversations. Some people take it and it's like a homework. They schedule a time. Okay, let's talk about it. But the depth of the friendship is not there. That being with each other, that simplicity
maybe sometimes, right? I think some of those topics or our imagination of those topics that build friendship are too conceptual, like too abstract, that maybe your partner is not keen or not capable to handle those subject, right? And I think for us building friendship, so there's this struggle, right? Like we will hear people say, this is my best friend, I marry my best friend. But if they have a best friend, they won't marry the best friend because they think that they know too much about their best friend, that they don't want to live with someone that they know too well. So there's just too many theories. But to me, I think to us, building friendship is just, there are times that you just try to learn and enjoy what I do, and there are times I just do and enjoy what you do. And most of the time, maybe it's me, we just don't have way too many serious subject to talk about. And I think sometimes a lot of people feel like, oh, if we keep talking about non-serious subjects, then are we even serious in this relationship? But it is the combination of all these seemingly unimportant, lesser kind of a subject that builds up over time, that gives us the mileage to talk about something more difficult, tougher, isn't it?
Yeah. And I think people overthink building the friendship in a relationship by focusing on the wrong thing. Sometimes it's the simplest things in life, the smallest things. Like some of our conversations could be over eating supper.
Yeah.
All right. And you would say you want to eat bread. And I say, why do you want to eat bread? We are on strength training. We're supposed to watch our diet.
Why must you bring up all these things?
I just want to show them sometimes how simplistic our conversations can be.
Yeah. And then I get annoyed.
And you get annoyed. And I said, but you're the one who tell me to tell you if I know you're putting on weight. And then you said, but I asked my PT said I can eat. I said, I don't believe.
I need Chenja to put that effect in this podcast.
Yeah. So that was our conversation, right? Sometimes that could go on for half an hour.
And then we go to bed.
Talking about food, what should we eat, what should we not eat, and
or when we are already in the room in our old house, and aircon is turned on, and we are all under the blanket, and then you're hungry. We have to go downstairs and make a hot drink. That's friendship.
Yeah.
We don't talk about anything. Just finish the hot drink and go back to bed. So there's so many things to talk about. You can go hiking together, cook together, do dishes together, do house chores together. And you have to find that thing that you enjoy doing with your spouse, or your partner would enjoy you doing with, and do those things.
So for someone who don't have it, or maybe the friendship is broken because of life stresses, or different focus, work, pulled them apart. So where should they start? Right? Because it's a beautiful story to hear about, you need to have friendship. But for someone who kind of like lost it or never had that in their relationship, what would be a good starting point?
I think start from the lowest denomination, the simplest common ground, and do from there. By the way, while we're at this, I want to take this opportunity to say my son and I, my youngest son and I, we are embarking on a father and son painting exhibition project. Well, of course, the idea is to cut down screen time and increase quality time. Such a best plan. But it was while painting that we talk. I don't have a list of things to ask him, but sometimes some of the things that come out from his mouth are just the cutest. Like, oh, Dad, I enjoy painting this. I like doing this with you. Or he would tell me something happened in school. Sometimes we don't talk because we don't do enough stuff together. So if you are in a habit of doing stuff together, then it's easier for you to have more topics to talk about.
And if you are overwhelmed with work, overwhelmed with parenting, whatever it is, and you look at your schedule, it just doesn't allow it, that speaks for itself why friendship doesn't happen, because you don't even have the space or time for it. And all of us have the same 24 hours. It is only when you prioritize it and you know how important it is, you are going to make it work. Right? Yeah. So it's that having enough space to even do things together.
Yeah.
That's why deep conversations become so forceful, because they don't have that, and they just squeeze in whatever 1 hour they have in a week, and we need to talk about this.
Yeah.
That's where it goes wrong.
Yeah. No, I have this, right. Hard conversations are already hard enough. Don't make it harder by piling the pressure on your partner. So let's not jump into that so difficult thing or that high level first. just find something that you enjoy doing together, you know, and start doing them first, and then see how it goes. Develop from there, build the friendship. There's no goal in friendship. The goal in friendship is that you are my friend, right? Like growing up, you know, my neighbor is my best friend, right?
That's a good one. There's no goal or agenda.
No.
I think the agenda kills it, or that goal, because
you know, it is agenda that makes it transactional. If there's no goal, the goal is you, then it's relational. And I think we miss that when everything is about KPI, everything is about results, everything is about productivity. Yep.
Yeah. And if we don't focus on that, when things are going well, that's where people end up with a checked out partner.
That should be the next topic.
That should be the next topic, because one of the videos that I did became viral, and it's on this topic of having a checked out partner. Let's do that.
Cool.
In our next episode.
Hope you enjoyed this. Like, share, and subscribe. See you soon. Bye-bye.